YouTube, what's going on? It's your boy Carl coming back at you from Golden Grimmer Productions. On this one, we are going to be reacting to how Larry Bird's endless trash talk made Dr. J brutally attack him. All right, I've seen this clip before where Dr. J puts his hands around Larry Bird's neck, Larry Bird slap his hands down, they finna throw them hands. But if you are new, please like, share, and subscribe to the video. I greatly appreciate it. It helps me out tremendously. Let's get straight to this video, man. I ain't gonna lie, ain't nothing else to say.
Throughout NBA history, there have been many rivalries between teams and players that sometimes resulted in high tension and bad blood moments. One of the most memorable moments like that happened back in 1984 when Julius Erving and Larry Bird started one of the biggest fights ever. The Celtics and Sixers are known for their rivalry to—
Yo, that's just crazy, bro. Like, Dr. J put his whole hands around this man's neck, bro. Do you know how aggravated you have to be? Somebody, bro. Yeah, it's past basketball at that point for somebody to do that.
To this day. But in the 80s it was even more intense, as the two franchises were always battling for the top Eastern Conference. On November 9, 1984, we reached the boiling point. The Celtics hosted the Sixers at the Boston Garden in an early season matchup, with both teams still being undefeated that season. The fight escalated late in the third quarter of a tight game. Bird was torching Erving, having 42 points to Dr. J's 6 points. After an offensive foul called—
Not only did the fight happen, boy, he was turning that boy up on the court. Bird had 42 and Dr. J had 6. Bro, he was out here torching that man that night. So that boy probably was already frustrated.
On Bird for throwing an elbow at Erving. Things went off the rails, as Erving started throwing punches at Bird, who was being restrained by Charles Barkley. Both benches stormed the court as chaos broke out. It looked more like a scene from the WWE rather than the end.
No lie, that's like super weak though. I ain't gonna lie to you. Dr. J looked super weak for that. He didn't start punching Larry Bird until his teammate was grabbing Larry Bird so where he couldn't. But that's kind of weak, bro. Dr. J an all-time great, but that's low key soft, bro. You know what I'm saying? You punching that man when the teammate grab him, box that boy straight up.
Rails, as Erving started throwing punches at Bird, who was being restrained by Charles Barkley. Both benches stormed the court as chaos broke out. It looked more like a scene from the WWE rather than the NBA. When all things settled down, Erving and Bird would be ejected and fined $7,500 each, as the Celtics won that game 130-119. Dick Bavetta, who was refereeing, saw Bird trash talking Erving all game long, bragging about the good game he was having. Bavetta gave the Basketball Hall of Fame his view on the infamous fight and what he witnessed on the court between the two basketball legends.
Of course, as luck would have it, Larry Bird has an unbelievable night. Every shot he took, Erving is guarding him, and as every shot went in that Larry took, he went further back, and he kept on saying to Erving, "Aren't you going to guard me? Or can't you do any better?" I mean, he was the greatest soft-spoken trash talker I've ever met. Finally, it got too much, and I look up and I see them choking each other. And a melee ensues, and so I learned from my brother Joe that if you can't stop something before it starts, you kind of step back and take license plate numbers. Yeah. So I just kind of stepped back and watched what was going on, and in so doing, then I informed them that Bird and Erving were gone. Boston ends up winning by 15, 18, and the response, more so from the Philadelphia people, was that Cunningham said, "I really didn't know that much about this guy Bavetta." But for anyone to have the courage to throw out two superstars, that says a lot for this man.
Robert Parrish, who was Bird's longtime teammate and in that game, echoed Bavetta's version and spoke about—
Larry Bird was in that man's head, bro. Hey, if you getting 42 put up on your head, bro, you only got 6, that'll probably mess with anybody, bro. He told that man, "Are you gonna guard me, bro?" That boy was out there playing games, bro. And a lot of people regard Dr. J as the Jordan before Jordan, bro. So, like, yeah, it was looking ugly for Dr. J that night.
About the big fight, surprisingly sharing he would have done the same thing in Dr. J's position.
Bird had 42 that night with 6 minutes left in the third quarter. Erving couldn't buy a bucket. Why don't people say, Julius Erving, he cost Bird maybe a 75-point night?
Well, if you'd heard what Larry was saying to him, you understand why Julius lost it.
Can you tell us, Chief?
And we all know Larry is legendary trash talking. All it was is Dr. J's ego was pride.
Right.
He had probably one of his worst basketball outings ever at the most inopportune time, and Larry constantly reminded him of it. Oh, man, the trash talking. Oh, my goodness. I would have threw a punch if it was me.
I wish you could give us some examples, T, but we'll probably get in trouble.
Yeah.
For those who might be saying, like, y'all, it's just a game, you shouldn't get upset, bro. You hoop. When you're having a bad game and the person you're guarding is going crazy, bro, emotions run high. Like, I can't even lie to you. Like, you'll be ready to punch somebody out, bro, especially if you're doing bad that game.
You guys would be on the air anymore.
In 2018, Dr. J talked to ESPN about the incident. He explained the referee had called an offensive foul against Larry Bird and that the Boston forward was fuming about the call. Irving went on to tell ESPN he was trying to hold Bird back when things got out of hand.
You know, Celtics were ready to go. I mean, they came out ready, red hot and roaring. And so the fight, actually, there was an offensive foul called on Larry on obviously the offensive end of the court. He didn't like the call, so he was really mad at the referee. And he came down court, and he was kind of like, you know, stomping, and he was in front of his bench. And it looked like a moment in which he was going to take a swing. And it was very uncharacteristic because, you know, we did Converse commercials together. We did Spalding commercials together. So, you know, we were kind of cool. I thought something was going to happen because he was, you know, he was definitely mad. But he was mad at the referee. He wasn't mad at me. And I just extended my arm to hold him back. And it ended up sliding up to his neck. So it was really inadvertent. I didn't really mean to grab him by the neck, but it was kind of inadvertent. You know, I pushed him in the chest. His hand slid up, got to his neck. He reaches for my neck.
No, man, that might be capped by Dr. J. I don't know. Ain't look like he was going for that man's chest, boy. That mud was right. I get it. It ain't far. But that man hands big as a mug, bro. Ain't no way. He went straight at the neck, bro. You ain't telling me nothing.
Next thing I know, it's a melee.
Another eyewitness to this fight was the young Charles Barkley. While Chuck didn't throw any punches, he still received a fine for joining the fray. He paid the bill, but after all these years, it seems he still holds a grudge against the NBA.
To this day, I won't ever forgive the NBA for fining me because they fined me because they said I was holding Larry Bird so Dr. J could hit him. Right. Which was,
Wait, Charles was the one holding him? Sir Charles was the one holding Larry Bird? Hey, so you telling me Larry Bird got pieced up, bro, by Dr. J because Sir Charles was holding him, bro? That's crazy. Boy, I would have never known that was Charles Barkley that was holding him, bro. That's crazy. So, wait, that person who had their arms wrapped around him, bro, that's crazy.
I was trying to break the fight up.
But it looks like you got Bird and you're holding him.
I'm trying to,
and
I thought somebody had Doc. I didn't know Doc was punching Bird when I was holding him.
Curiously, Bird, who is known to be a savage trash talker, did not consider what he said to Dr. J a trash talk. In his autobiography, Bird claimed he never talked junk to Irving, only because he had too much respect for the Sixers legend. Tell us in the comments, what is your favorite NBA fight? If you enjoy this video, hit the like button, share, and
Yo, that is crazy, bro. So, both of them was kicked out of that game. Charles Barkley was holding Larry Bird, and Doc was over there just throwing it. Bow, bow. Yo, hey, bro, that's so funny because I did not know. I forgot that Charles Barkley played with Doc, bro. Like, I legit forgot that Charles Barkley played with Doc. I don't know how I forgot that, but yo, this has been a funny little video. I'm gonna have to react more to Dr. J stuff, bro, because it seems like he got a lot of stuff out here too. So I'm gonna do Charles Barkley as well, man. Actually, there's a lot of good superstars on the screen that I'm seeing right now. So I'm probably gonna take some notes. Also, drop in the comment section below any other superstars and NBA legends that you would want to see me do. I'm not gonna do the current ones yet. That'll be down the line. I'm gonna mix a little bit. I'm gonna do some biographies, some documentaries of the legends. I might do the most legendary shooters from the 90s and the 80s. I might do the legendary dunkers. It just all depends, bro. So I've enjoyed this video. Until the next one, it's been your boy Carl from Golden Green Productions. Peace.